Good afternoon, everyone. Is my mic on? Hello? Yeah, okay, sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here today to talk to you about how you can make a splash with your cash. So while you might find cash interesting in a personal perspective, in a pensions perspective, we tend to see it as a necessary evil. Like the pawn in a chess game, it's a bit dull, and we are quite frankly happy to sacrifice it for almost anything else. So as you can see here, UK pension funds have done that, and they've kept their cash levels very low over the last 10 years. We think, however, that as anything else in the world, that's about to change. And going forward, UK pension funds will have to hold significantly more cash than what they have done in the past. There are three key reasons for that. The first being your membership profile. As you go towards the end game and you get more pensioners, you have to pay out more pensions, obviously. Secondly, recent changes in regulations such as central clearing of swaps, which means that you will have to hold more cash in your LDI portfolio to back your derivatives. And thirdly, the new DC freedoms, which are likely to tempt more of your members to cash in on their DB benefit and take advantage of the new flexibilities. So, in summary, rather than being a pawn, we think that going forward, cash will be more like the king in a chess game. It will be a really important player, and it will likely be one of the last chess pieces on the board as you reach your end game. Sorry, did I go? One ahead. Okay, thanks. So, what are you going to do about the cash drag? You could make your other assets work harder, obviously, or you could think about it a little differently, and you could make your cash assets work harder. How are you going to do that, you think? At Reddington, we like to talk about what we call easy wins, simple solutions that have immediate positive impact for your scheme. One such simple solution is to review your basic liquidity fund and make sure you get the most out of it. We did exactly that, and we had a look at 19 fairly identical basic liquidity funds in the UK market with similar risk profiles. And we found that over the last 5 years, the best performing manager did twice as well as the worst performing manager. And you might think, does that really matter? Even the best cash manager only returned 0.70% per annum over the period. It does matter if you have a lot of money. If you had a portfolio of, say, £100 million at the beginning of the 5 years, towards the end, you would have 2.5 million more in your fund if you had gone for the better manager compared to the worst manager. Why not go for the easy win? Another thing you might consider is to set up a liquidity portfolio that is actually closely aligned with your actual liquidity requirements. You can see an example of that here. So what you can see is that the portfolio is divided into different categories of assets, and as you move up through the categories of assets, they become less liquid, but also yielding a higher return. At the bottom, you have same-day cash, which will cover your immediate cash requirements. But not all cash requirements are immediate. Quite often, you'll know a week in advance, even sometimes months in advance, that you will need cash. And for those types of liquidity requirements, you don't really need to hold same-day cash. You can hold assets with a higher risk return profile. And as you take cash out of the bottom of this structure, the assets at the higher categories will trickle down through the system, hence why it's known as a liquidity waterfall. But wait a minute, you might think, isn't this actually just a wolf in sheep's clothing? Isn't this exactly what people did 10 years ago before the financial crisis? And look where they ended up, in a massive liquidity squeeze exactly when they needed it. There's obviously really important lessons to learn from the past, and 4 key lessons that we would like to focus on to make sure it's not repeated is, firstly, always hold same-day cash in your portfolio and always know how much of your asset portfolio is actually conventional overnight cash. Secondly, always employ bottom-up fundamental analysis for any credit instrument. Don't rely on, say, ratings. Thirdly, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And fourthly, employ ongoing monitoring. Always know what you have in your portfolio, why you have it, what's going on with it, and what's going on in the world. So in short, we think going forward, cash will become an important asset for you. Cash will become the king of the game, and it will be worth your time and effort to make sure it's managed in the best possible way. Thank you.